big one. Dada, look at it.
It's also dirty. It's also dirty. No, this one's really dirty.
No, actually, this is me not taking.
Really? It looks like you like did every layer.
No, I got outside.
Anything you want without the air conditioner. It's going to tip the guy. Like something like that. Either your guys or not. So you got to give that guy a tip. Oh, yeah. Backwards. How do I do it?
Never big.
We get you guys one more time too. Alright. You guys ready? On 3. One more.
Where do you want to write?
777-400, the whale. Let's go this way.
All right.
Come on up to the cockpit.
All right. Hey guys.
This is the best part of the airplane. The
Beautiful.
front. This is the crew rest facility. A little tight in here. We usually have one pilot getting in and out at a time. As you can see, not enough room for two of us in here. Temperature controlled and vents, and pretty comfortable actually for what it is.
What was your flying history again?
30 years flying, 20 with Delta, 2 years on the 747. I just got off of it in July, and now on the 777. Absolutely loved flying this aircraft. Just the thought of the weight of this airplane taking off is pretty awesome. And anytime you're on the ground taxiing around it, just kind of demanded respect and always got respect from other airlines, other airplanes in the tower. And everything we did up here was really slow and real methodical while we're taxiing. Never in a rush like some of the smaller jets you see taxiing around the airports.
But the aircraft was unbelievably fast, especially for its size.
Yeah, we would often be at Mach 8.5.
Wow.
Sometimes 8.6.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a Navy or Air Force?
Civilian.
Where did you find it?
Learned at went to school at
You did? Okay. Florida? Yes, man. Each person has a different story. It's just a slight variation. Even if it's the same story, how we got there to the left, right, right and left, right.
stuff for you to see up here. A lot of the planes.
How does the aircraft at hand fly?
Great aircraft for hand flying. I would often fly to at least 18,000 feet, if not to the cruise altitude in the 30s. And usually on the descent into the airport, turn off the autopilot between 18,000 and 10,000 feet. Used to love hand flying this airplane.
Beautiful.
Real stable.
Very nice.
Yeah, great aircraft. 2 engines at a time, get them stabilized, and then start the other 2.
Wow. That's unique for this aircraft, isn't it?
These 777, you can start both of them at the same time.
Oh, you can?
I'll show the amount of fuel in each tank, and then the total of all the tanks together. And you can see one difference about this aircraft is we put fuel in the stabilizer, we use that for balancing the aircraft for center of gravity, and it gets burned automatically during the flight when the airplane senses that it's time to burn it. So it's not up to us to burn it.
Am I incorrect in thinking the MD-11 had that as well?
It does, yeah. Here's the electrical system. The 4 generators, one for each engine, and then the APU power up here, and external power up there, so we can monitor that. Here's the pack. 2 packs. 2, 3. Landing gear. This is giving you the temperature of the gear, and the zeros in the center is the this is the pressure, and the zeros in the center is the temperature, like 1 through 9. And this monitors all the doors here, and the hydraulic system.
Wow. Beautiful.
Engine.
So you're basically getting that screen now on here.
Well, actually, this is different indications: EPR, N1, EGT, and then here's the N2: oil pressure, oil temperature, oil quantity, engine vibration, and this is aileron and elevator positions. and the rudder position right here also. A lot of other Boeing airplanes, you can crank the windows open. Here's the tiller to turn the nose gear, but so we have an escape hatch right here to get out of the aircraft in the event we need to versus going out a window.
Wow.
And there's handles right here. So if you're actually going to escape, you would take this, open up the door, and jump out and go slide down the side of the aircraft.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. And that's what these are all for.
Wow.
5 for 5 seats, 5 pilots.
Want to thank everybody for coming. This morning is very, very exciting. I had an opportunity to go up with some of the pilots and some other people to check out the 747. One of the reasons why I work here at the airport and a lot of people work at LAX is because they have a passion for aviation. They may not be pilots like we have here in this first row, but there's something exciting about flight. You know, you get that jet fuel in your body, and it really becomes something of a great spirit, and you learn something about yourself when you travel. And I've been here for 1.5 years, and the more time I'm here, the more exciting it is because over there in all those terminals, we have thousands of passengers. You know, where are they going? What is their story? Where are they traveling to? It's really exciting. So when you look back at a 747, you have nearly 400 people, 400 different stories. So we're here today to celebrate the 747. I think that most people want us to change LAX. You know, I often say when I go into different areas that, you know, it's easy to fly into Burbank, but people have a hard time getting into LAX. We want to change that, and we're undergoing major billion-dollar renovations to modernize this airport, and it's so exciting. And we also want to thank Delta. Delta is nearing a $2 billion renovation deal with LAX. There are going to be Terminals 2 and Terminals 3. And Delta is going to be making a really strong, passionate footprint here at the airport, and we could not be more excited. Big cheers for Delta. So let me just end by saying the 747, we celebrate its past, but we look to the future of aviation. We look to Delta and where Delta is going to take us. So on behalf of the board, Mayor Garcetti and CEO Deborah Flint, congratulations and thank you, Delta, for being such a great partner.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dana DeBell, and I'm the Managing Director of Government Affairs here at Delta Airlines in Los Angeles. And on behalf of Delta's 80,000 employees worldwide and 4,200 employees based here in LA, welcome to the opportunity to say goodbye to the Queen of the Skies here today at LAX. We do have a few of those leaders here with us today. John Fatushik, who's our VP of Operations here at LA, and Kevin Teal, who's our head of our LA pilot base here in Los Angeles, along with a number of pilots and flight attendants, all of whom have logged literally thousands of hours on the 747. And thank you very much for being here today with us to say goodbye to it. We're excited to have you here this morning as we bid a fond farewell to this iconic member of our fleet, an airplane that, through its sheer size, its 4 massive engines, its distinctive hump, and unique lines, captivates us as much today as it did when it first entered service nearly 50 years ago, and that holds a special place in the hearts of so many of us who proudly worked with her for so many years. That airplane, the 747, is both an icon of the skies and an icon for Delta. The Queen, as she is affectionately known, first joined the Delta fleet 47 years ago on October 2nd, 1970. Our first 747 fittingly flew its first flight from Atlanta to Dallas to right here at LAX on October 25th of that same year. The type of short domestic route that is flown today on a much smaller aircraft. Since that time, Boeing 747s have graced the skies over Delta hub cities, including LA, for many years, and have become a familiar and welcome sight for so many of us. These powerful giants have safely, comfortably, and reliably carried our customers across the globe and back again countless times, many of them passing through LA as they connected people from around the world. Delta is the last U.S. airline to retire its 747 fleet from scheduled passenger service. And as its time in service comes to an end, we have estimated that the Delta 747-400s have logged more than 900 million miles during their nearly 30 years of service. To give you a sense, that's 36,000 trips around the world. That's an incredible statistic when you think about it. And if you think about it, this is a plane that is just full of stories, right? I think everybody probably here can remember their first 747 experience. You know, for me, it was in college, getting on a 747 in Detroit, and it was taking me overseas to a overseas study program. And it was stepping on that plane marked the beginning of an adventure that in many ways would change and shape my life. And that, I think, is a lot of what the 747 has represented. Taking you away, adventure, spirit, exploring, but also coming home, comfort, returning to things you know. And that is why I think the 747 is such a special and iconic plane for us. So as we do this, as we say goodbye, it's those stories that we hope to capture here today and with all of you moving forward. And I just want to say congratulations and job well done to our employees who have helped crew this plane and make it the special experience that it has been over the years, to the customers who have faithfully flown this plane and have had so much enthusiasm for it throughout the years as well as its retirement.
Between today and tomorrow, I understand that there may be several hundred people that will be coming to the museum and to see the Queen of the Skies. It will be the first time, and others will be reflecting upon their experiences on a Boeing 747, and I'm one of them. I had a long career as a flight attendant with TWA, and I loved that graceful takeoff and the distinctive sound as she rolls down the runway. I was first based in Chicago, and we had the 747 back in the 70s, and my first flights were Chicago to Vegas on the 747. So what a way to start a career. Trust me, we had a great time. Again, special thanks to Delta for their sponsorship of FlightPath, their previous donations, and today's very gracious donation. And thanks to LAWA as well for their partnership with FlightPath Museum. Enjoy today, everyone. Happy holidays, and hail to the Queen.